All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Kayla, would you give us a rundown of what happened last time?
Old of you to assume I remember what happened 2 weeks ago.
Oh, oh no!
I can try. I can try.
Okay,
I can
why don't
try.
you go ahead and try for us? I
Okay.
want to give Kayla the chance, mostly because she's always so quiet.
So, if
I'm
I
sorry.
please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
But if I remember correctly, we had just entered a maze, and we were going to find. Oh crap! Don't know her
Joe.
name.
Sean.
Sorry.
We were going to find Rand's sister,
Mhm.
and after going through parts of the maze and getting lost a bit, we finally come to a clearing. Wait, did I skip past some stuff? I mean, skip some stuff.
You
A little
were
bit.
originally hunting, actually, Sean the Greycloak, who
Yes.
you had discovered his
Yes.
corpse inside the cathedral.
Yes, and we found his medallion. Oh, I skipped past a lot. I am sorry. Okay. Last week we started healing up at a place of rest. And in that place of rest, we discussed what had happened in the cathedral. In the cathedral, on Sean's corpse, in the back, we had found a medallion that showed his exploits as a Greycloak. Among other things, we discovered that Aiden, along with Kate, discovered that not only did this medallion show his exploits, it showed that it had an enchantment that only worked for people who were descendants of the royal family. After that, there was a little bit of a discussion about Ayana's relationship to him and what she knew about his service. And we went to the Queen's.
Iona is Erica.
Erica. Okay, Iona. Sorry, Iona. Okay, I apologize. So we went to the Queen's Garden to look for Sean because we did a spell. I think Octavius. No. It was not Octavius. Iona had a spell that allowed her to track the blood of
Yeah, she does.
someone she had previously stabbed, and since they were partners, it was only reasonable that she had done that previously. So we tracked him down and found out that he was in the Queen's Garden, which is a giant maze. This maze had gases in it that were dangerous to inhale and was making people dizzy. I think the only person it made dizzy was Rand. I might be mistaken in that. Maybe someone else got dizzy from it.
Everyone else except you. You were the only one. On the
Fine. I mixed it up. Everyone except for me got dizzy from the gas. And then after a while, we came across a clearing. This clearing had a tree from which Rand's sister was tied to. It was very weird situation because she didn't seem to be struggling all that much, and she is a weaver, so it was only reasonable to assume that she would be trying to escape via that, but she was not. In light of that, I held back Rand from running straight in and dragging the party with him into this clearing, only to stealthily approach it myself as Aiden. Upon entering it, I found that the ground was viscous, not like normal ground. And the more I walked into it, the more it seemed to try and engulf Aiden. He attempted to weave it and got a nat 20, but the nat 20 was not enough, coupled with a poor reflex save. He is now trapped in the goop and it is trying to absorb him like some evil goop that it is. And I think that's where we left off, being
Yep.
swallowed up by evil goop.
Yep,
And
and as well as vines. And
Anything that attacks Aiden is evil. What are you talking about?
Whoa, that's some serious. Wow.
morality is dependent upon whether or not something actually attacks Aiden.
Yes, it is. All of it. All of reality, all of morality is dependent on whether or not it is aggressive towards Aiden.
I would like to do something.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and actually roll initiative real quickly, as things are getting intense. So let's go ahead and
The
start off.
group is attacking us. It is very fast. We must roll high initiatives. Sorry.
Okay. Can I go first because I asked first, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
Are you going to get a surprise round on the goop?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Rand already knows what he's going to do. No, absolutely not. Incorrect.
Well, look at my fantabulous.
That just makes sense. I mean, that just makes sense.
That does make sense.
All right. What's everyone's initiative?
I rolled a 1, a nat 1.
That makes sense.
I was trained
19.
by-
Okay.
Octavius is very speedy.
Octavius,
Like a
what'd
I
you
cat.
got 14.
Well, I got 19.
You got 19? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like and Rand, what'd you get?
He didn't roll
Oh,
his
I
roll
asked if I could go first. And
Oh.
you said yes. If that's still cool with you,
All right. Well,
I want to do my thing that I was going to do since last time really bad.
all right.
No, you
Oh.
can't because you didn't ask first. I asked first. You snooze, you lose, Kate.
Not
Sorry,
cool,
it's the way it
Taggart.
is.
Come on.
Okay, no. I was already going to do something though since last time. I was already going to do something. Okay, Rand is already springing to action while all of you sit there mouth agape.
He is,
Alright.
I do think he has a surprise round on the goop.
I want to see what Aiden wants to do. So let's go ahead and start off with that. So
Right.
we do have a map up. This is battle map dash outdoor 2.
Oh wow, we have dashes.
or underscore outdoor 2.
Is it gonna be uncategorized like normal? No, it's not. What category it is? I'll just search for it. What is it called again? Something?
Type in battle map and I think it should come up.
All one word? It's not one word. I'll just type in
Yeah,
that.
one word. Battle map. Oh, never mind.
Hold on. Is it in images?
Yes.
I do not
I
see it
believe
either.
that it should be shared to everyone. It says visible to all. Yeah, battle map, and then it should be underscore outdoor 2. No. Yeah, it's under images.
I'm not
Sharing-
seeing it either.
Your record. Did that help?
Showing up
All right.
for me.
There we go. Sorry about that. I'm still new to like DMing on Fantasy Grounds, so forgive me. All right. Oh, really? Here-
It may just need time to load. I know sometimes it
no.
takes forever.
Okay, I have it set to visible to all. So, all right, let's go ahead and. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and start off with Rand. What are you doing?
So, I'm going to draw my sword as I see that Aiden is unfortunately getting swallowed by the muck. I'm going to draw my sword, and then I'm going to take out the weaving potion, and
Okay.
I'm going to pour it along the blade, and I want to just like subtly weave the potion into the very fabric of the blade itself.
Interesting. Okay. So the potion is kind of like pure potential. It is essentially almost a catalyst of sorts. What is your main goal with putting it? Like, what are you weaving it to something, or what's the main goal with that? I like the idea. But in general, it is a catalyst for to make weaving more effective.
No, you're fine. That's a fair question. Okay, then I would like to then infuse my blade with all of the pain, all of the hardship, the tragic things that I've seen. I'd like to try to remember some of my lowest moments in my life, some of the most emotional and like hard things that I've seen or had to do, like all of that, the pain from those emotions and those memories. I want to take all of that, the negative emotions, and I want to put all of that pain into the blade, and I want it to be able to strike on a spiritual level, like not like as much physical, but like like with the queen in mind, and her connection to everything around her. I want it to be able to strike at that very core essence of her being, and the idea is that I'd like to try to take this, and I'd like to run up and I'd like to stab my sword into the ground where her control is, and try to target her with all of that spite, anger, sadness, and pain, to hurt her and to at least for a moment try to disrupt her connection with the world around her, to try to free Aiden and my sister.
Okay, very, very interesting. I'm really liking this. Go ahead and roll a weaving check for me to see how effective this is. I would say this is going to be at a +10 since you are putting the potion on the sword. You're not drinking it, if that makes sense. So you're not getting the full benefit of the potion yourself, but it is allowing you to weave the sword. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
So you're going to so when drinking the potion, it gives you an additional +20 to weaving checks. Because you're not drinking it, you're pouring it on the sword. It's going to give you an additional +10 instead of an additional +20.
Okay, gotcha.
So go ahead and roll and add an additional +10. Okay. So the DC of that, because you are affecting your soul, is going to be 35. So you did beat it. Was that with the +10?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So the DC was 35, which is great. So what this does, you notice that your sword takes on a more ethereal nature, and it almost fuses to your hand and your arm to some extent. And you get this sense that your sword has become a part of you. You've known other people who've done something similar, but to the physical body, where they've melded a sword to their body. So maybe their hands become more like claws, or they can unsheath their sword from their arm or something like that. For you, the sword has become almost ribbon-like, as it attaches to your very soul and takes on this almost ghostly appearance. And as you thrust it into the ground itself, I want you to go ahead and make another weaving check. This is not going to have any of the additional modifiers, just your normal modifier. Okay. You stab the sword into the ground, and you see that the area surrounding the sword, as well as a little bit deeper out, starts to darken drastically. And it starts to kind of pour out from the sword, probably in about a 10-20 foot area. And you feel this pain emanating from it. And in fact, I need. Let's see. I'm just seeing where you are, Rand. So I would.
Yeah. I can't either.
Do I have visibility off? Okay, let me. There we go. Aha!
I didn't see
That's-
nothing changed for me.
Let me see if I can. Did it change now?
No.
Okay, please. Yeah. Ow, pandas in pajamas.
Panda in a pajama?
Experience.
Pajama pandas?
All right. So I disabled line of sight. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh.
I'll be back real quick, just like 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There we go. I see things, but I don't see the map itself. And it's black again. Now it's white again. Now it's black again.
Enable and disable player vision. Or no, sorry. Enable and disable line of sight. What up? Does the player vision? Okay. No kidding. So what does it look like on your guys' end?
I see a white screen with a bunch of things on it.
Oh,
Oh, my map just popped up.
okay. Okay. Cool.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Good.
And the map should hopefully be fixed now. All right. Cool. Huzzah, magic powers. And thanks, Taggart. Okay. All right. So, in about a 20-foot radius, this is starting to kind of emanate out, and I would say that it is beginning, and you actually feel something carnal in the area start to recoil from you. So I'm going to go ahead and 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. So in a 20-foot circle around you. So Kate, I'm going to go ahead and remove Iona just to make things simpler for myself.
Real quick, I was going to run forward and do that between Aiden and my sister. I'm sorry, I don't remember if I said that or not.
You probably did. I will go ahead and edit that then. So we'll go ahead and you're going to go run forward. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So like right around there?
Yeah, if I can grab both of them with it. Or
Yeah.
I mean, approximately. I wouldn't know that it's whatever radius you said.
Yeah. So about a 20-foot radius from there. And let's see. All right. Okay. So with that, I do need Aiden. I need you to go ahead and make a will saving throw, please.
Ooh. 1 second. There we go. Boom. I think
Okay.
that's 20.
And what I want is, Rand, I want you to share with Aiden. You can just like send him a text. Something just either terrifying or horrible that happened to you in the past. Something that he sees as you force this into the ground. So you can either share it with everyone or just share it to him.
I'll text him.
Okay, and then likewise, Aiden, you are going to likewise. So Rand, I also need you to roll 4d6, please.
Me?
Yep. All right, Aiden, you take 7 necrotic damage as you feel just this pulse of pain and hatred kind of start to taint your very soul. And there is that slight kind of tickle at the back of your back of your head that the world is not going to ever be the same again, and that light is not cannot escape this area. You almost feel this deepening sense of depression kind of start to just kind of tickle the back of your head. But for the most part, you're able to kind of shrug those thoughts off.
Okay.
Actually, I won't type it. I'll just tell you what I see. So, Aiden, one, and this was just like a memory. Cameron, you were saying, right? Or it's like
Yep.
a flash or something like that. Okay. So you would see, pretty much through Rand's eyes, how he got the scar on his face. You would see a younger version of his sister, and they were dueling. And she accidentally slipped up and managed to cut that really bad cut that you see over his left eye. And you feel an immense amount of anger and frustration in that moment. And then he reaches for something, and then the memory fades.
All right. All right. So that is starting us off. And let's go ahead and... Oh, go ahead. It is now going to be Octavius's turn. What are you doing? So you just saw Rand break off a potion from the inside of his pocket, pour it onto his sword. You notice that his sword just kind of takes on this ghostly appearance. He runs forward, jams the sword into the ground. You see the foliage in the area just start to die and become decrepit. What are you doing?
Sorry, I was muted. I guess, holy cow. So, Rand's sister is still stuck to the tree, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep.
Well, then... I will actually message Kate.
Okay.
Because Kate's kind of far away, right? Like still up in the hedge, or do I not even get...
Kate is on the other side of a tree to you. So, yeah. So, Kate is probably within about maybe 10, 15 feet from you.
Oh, that... oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, never mind. For some reason, I thought that Kate was still in the hedge. Never mind. I am not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to detect magic. I assume that detect magic would allow me to distinguish between weaving and other non-weaving magics.
I would say roughly, yeah. I would say that you'd have an understanding of what is weaving and what isn't. Yeah.
I'll cast detect magic.
Okay. So you notice that the majority of what is in this garden is has been created by weaving. The only things that are really magical that aren't are going to be some minor magical items on your companions. You also notice that there is this almost weird combination of enchantment and magic on Rand's sword, almost a fusion of both items. An item that has both been enchanted as well as has been woven. It creates a really interesting effect when you see the two together. The things that you see that are really interesting or kind of pop out at you as you cast Detect Magic is that there is heightened areas of weaving primarily around Aiden, Lyra, who is Rand's sister, and then there are 4 or 5 other points in amongst the undergrowth where you see kind of a greater concentration of weaving taking place.
So as he casts that and sees the effect on Aiden, Octavius calls out, the wicked queen's weaving is taking this one here.
Okay.
This is beyond my control. And Octavius will he will distance himself a little bit from Aiden, just in case.
Okay. So you're gonna move away?
Yes. Oh, I guess actually, because I can use a bonus action to start Bardic Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to do Mockery. So are you familiar with that one?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, so
that gives the negative 2 to all the enemies in the area, correct?
Yes, -2 charisma check.
All right, perfect. All right, and I believe is that everything, Octavius?
Oh yes, that is everything. Thank you.
Okay, Kate, you are up. Mm-hmm. The only thing, minor amendment I would make to that is that Lyra isn't just up against the tree. It is almost exactly, yeah, exactly. For the most part, the tree next to you doesn't seem to be reacting toward you. No. Between, yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So with the 24, you're good. You would notice that the closer that they get to the center of the grove where Lyra is, the more you notice that there are almost these kind of pulsing, vibrating vines on the ground. You would kind of, with your perception check, make the guess that to some extent these vines are probably connected to some of the trees in the area, almost like a mixture of their roots and the kind of undergrowth being merged into a singular entity. You'd probably guess that as well as a fair number of the trees almost participate in this, but they are not wholly sentient, if that makes sense. Does that answer your question? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, just a free action. Just yeah. Okay. As you do,
How loud are you saying this, real quick? Okay. Okay.
Okay, the thump against the tree reverberates almost as if it's hollow, but there doesn't seem to be a response. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and actually go ahead and Kate, make a quick intelligence check for me, either the intelligence or a linguistics check. All right. I'm going to send you a quick message.
Whatever's going on, is it widespread enough for other people to make the same linguistics check?
I'll go ahead and let you make a linguistic check as well.
Okay.
Okay, I'd also like to do that then.
Sure.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh my.
Wow.
Perfect comprehension.
Oh,
Perfect comprehension.
Gonna have that good of a roll tonight. I would have preferred for it to be something else, but I'll take it.
I would say no. You can go ahead and act on it. Okay. As you say this, there is, and you as you tap the tree, that hollow almost reverberates back and echoes back to you. And as you have your club against the tree, it kind of vibrates up your arm. A response is less of a words and more of a feeling, and the feeling is almost like a of course. We'll go ahead and pause. Okay, we'll go ahead and are you going to do anything else on your turn? Okay, Dominique, you are up.
So I see that there are others around besides us. Have they looked suspicious at us, or like they're gonna attack or anything?
You
Like,
so you
basically,
would see
what vibe do I get?
you would see what Kate saw and what Aiden saw when he got deeper into the into this clearing. which was vines. As he stepped into this area, vines started to rip themselves from the ground. These roots seemed to kind of almost coalesce in these undulating masses. And you would see these 5 separate masses starting to kind of emerge from the ground. They haven't fully come up from the ground, but you can tell that there is movement, and it definitely gives you a little bit of pause and maybe a bit of anxiety as you see them.
Yeah, I am honestly probably just going to cast mage armor on myself.
Okay.
And kind of keep an eye on what's going on, because I'm not sure there's anything I can do right now that actually helps, and I'm more interested in being prepared for whatever may happen.
Fair enough.
Just in case. So
that is your turn?
yes.
All right. It is now the Shambling Mound's turn. As each of them rip themselves from the ground, you see these masses of moaning, streaming foliage that, they're the grass and the vines and the roots almost look like tendons. The various swamp water and whatever muck has made up these creatures, almost it takes on this viscous blood-like appearance as they rip themselves from the ground. You see these great large arms appear as they all turn towards you, Aiden, who is currently in their grasp. So one of them is going to come closer. Let's see.
Does he provoke an attack of opportunity?
He does. Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity. And you notice that as they come closer, they're not hindered by the ground themselves, but their general slow nature seems to that they take a bit longer, or it takes a lot more effort for them to move. It seems as if their movement is fairly, at least at this point in time, fairly restricted. All right, 32, 10 damage. Okay, go ahead and add on an additional 2d6 damage because of your the weaving that you've done to your blade.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, and then Aiden, it is time for you to be attacked. That is a 23 to hit, a 25 to hit, natural 1, and a 23 to hit.
Okay, that would all hit me unless the snake style from earlier is still I don't remember the last time I used it or how fighting styles work. Does anyone know?
So I would say that you did not activate your snake style this combat.
Okay.
I believe you have to enter them. You can only enter a style when you are in combat.
Okay. Alrighty. So your turn has to come. Alright.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Those all hit me then.
Okay. So you take a total of 38 damage as these two massive mounds both flank you and start to plunge these great fists into your body. You try your best to dodge them, and for the most part, you're successful. Each time they kind of graze against your body as you try to fend them off. But you can tell that you are not going to last very long against them.
Okay. Also, keep in mind I can't be flanked right now. Well, I can't be flanked at all. So that is another thing. I don't know if you were flanking me.
I'm referring to more flanking as in like the.
No, I don't think you said flank. I was just making sure that wasn't part of it.
No, Yeah, they didn't get any bonuses to their attack. It was more of a what they're trying to surround you. And the other ones are coming closer to you as well. All right, so that was the Shambling Mound's turn. It is now Aiden's turn. And
Okay.
Iona, are you with us today?
I am.
Yay! I'm going to place you on the board. Would you mind rolling for initiative, please?
I do not have my computer at the ready.
That's okay.
Buried.
I will roll initiative for you. All right, go ahead, Aiden, while I pull up Erica.
Okay, let's see. Give me possibly like 10 seconds.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait a second. Did they trigger attacks of opportunity against me for walking into my square like that?
I wouldn't say they would. Out of
Okay.
it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say. In Sylvan, I'm going to say, Queen, if you loved my father, you would help me escape this. I will activate Snake Style, and I am going to punch the ground. I don't know if that has any AC. Does it have any AC?
I would say in general, punching the ground is probably like a DC 10. It's
Okay, the goop. I'm punching the goop.
yeah, punch the goop.
Okay, I'm punching the goop. I got a 26. Does it land?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to attempt. I'm going to attempt. I would just try to fear them all by running, but I don't think I can run right now. I'm going to attempt to do non-lethal damage to the ground, to the goop in the ground.
Okay.
Did anyone else catch that low-key big reveal?
Oh, absolutely.
You totally called it, man. Yeah,
Wait.
you did.
What was the Loki big reveal?
Nah, don't worry about it.
So I roll a d4 minus 1. It is a 3 plus my dex modifier, so it's a 6. It'd be a 9 damage.
Okay. I also
I'm-
think I'm picking up what you're putting down. So you're good.
Okay, I am going to attempt to intimidate the goop.
Yeah! Yeah!
Before you do, I need you to go ahead and make a weaving check for me, Aiden. Well, actually, no. Go ahead and make your intimidation check because you're not intentionally trying to weave. You were
I
just.
mean,
trying to
I actually thought about putting weaving into the punch, but I don't know exactly how to do that exactly, or if it can be done. So tell me what to do. I'll do it.
Okay. I would say that it can be done. I would.
Do I need to do the intimidate and the weaving?
Before you do, I'm trying to decide how nice I want to be. I'll let you choose. So I would say, if you want to do the, you can either weave and do the intimidate check, or just do the intimidate check, whichever.
I'll
you choose.
weave and do the intimidate check. I'll always add 4.
Okay, go ahead and do that for me.
33 on the weaving.
Okay, 33 on the weaving, and go ahead and make your intimidate check as well.
Rand is proud.
31 on the intimidate.
Okay, 31 on the intimidate. Okay, so as you force your hand into the ground.
Also, it is a piercing attack. It is not a blunt. I don't know if that helps. So it is going to be trying to not get caught in it.
So you slam your fingers into the ground, and there is this moment where you kind of smile as you feel the ground kind of yield to your will. And as you do, there is a brief moment of panic as you feel the ground itself start to become part of you. And you feel the grass and the branches and the twigs in the area start to mix with your own flesh. And you realize that you didn't intend on this. And as you look to Lyra, you start to understand why she has stopped weaving.
Oh, I shouldn't have weaved. Okay. Well, does my intimidate check do anything?
I will say that the shambling mounds nearest to you are going to be shaken.
Okay. So, okay. I didn't beat their what's his face? Their what is it? Their hit dice modifier plus their wisdom, I think it is.
No, I'll say that they're frightened. I'll say that they're at least frightened.
Okay.
Okay, no. Because you did have really high intimidate check. All right. So that is your turn. It is now Iona's turn.
Oh, before it's over, as this is happening, I will yell to Rand, "Don't weave at this thing." There we go.
Rand will shoot a look over to Lyra. Is she aware of me at all? I don't say anything, but I look at her.
She is absolutely aware
confused.
of you. She is aware of you, and as you now are a little bit closer to her and looking at her, you notice that there is a complete side of her face and head that has become part of the actual tree itself. And there is a piece of you that potentially fears that there's a part that she has lost a part of herself. You're not sure, but that is definitely a kind of fear that enters your head. So it is now Iona's turn since she has now joined us. So just to give you a sense of what's going on, Iona, since you don't have your computer, you guys entered into a clearing where Aiden ran forward, snuck forward, attempting to get a better look at Lyra, who is Rand's sister. Upon getting closer, and upon doing some weaving, he felt the very ground start to become part of his own legs. At this point in time, the various plants and trees in the area started to come alive. At this, several of your companions have jumped into action, both to attack the very ground itself, as well as the shambling mounds, as well as attempt to save Lyra. It is now your turn. You're probably about 40 feet away from Lyra and about 30 feet away from the nearest shambling mound.
Okay, so Lyra is not an enemy.
At this time, it doesn't seem like she is.
Okay.
That's a like suspect DM dialogue Hall of Fame. At this time, no, she is not.
She definitely seems to be more someone who is a victim than someone who is controlling any of this.
Sorry, go on, Erica.
I'm just thinking on whether I should do my tracking spell and attack her just so I can know where she is at all times. Just in case things go awry. Or are shambling mounds trippable?
I would say that they are trippable, but there probably is it would be a moderate task. So not an extremely difficult one, but it
Also,
would.
you may have missed this, but the ground itself wants to swallow us up, so even getting close to the Shamblers is probably a bad idea.
Okay.
Like I said,
Oh! Hot dang!
Then
Hmm.
I want to hold my action and try and trip the any shambling mounds who
Thank you, Taggart. You're my hero.
come towards us past where the ground is opening up.
that's why I said that there is possible to trip them. It would just be a moderate test to trip them. So, yeah.
So okay.
Right there. Aiden's right there getting demolished.
Aiden's right there getting demolished.
So I'm gonna go kitty corner to Aiden to where the other shambling mound is.
Okay.
Like, sorry, right there. And so that way, hopefully, I can get a good bonus.
Okay.
And try and trip that shambling mound.
Awesome. Go ahead and do it.
I
Don't have your computer.
don't have a computer.
Oh, I can go ahead and do it for you. Sorry, I apologize. I keep on forgetting, not intentionally. All right, actions.
Sorry if I sound sassy. I'm just tired.
No, you're fine. I love sassy. Mm-hmm. So she's essentially trying to be a is it a Leon? Not Leon. A
Nomad.
a nomad.
A steamroller.
Is what Nomad does.
So absolutely, it succeeds. Tell Ione, describe to me how you trip this giant shambling mound. Tell me what this looks like.
So
Absolutely.
Give me a second. So basically, I grab the shambling mound's leg and just use all my body force to kind of just hit into it and hope for the best.
Okay.
Either that or I lay on the ground and I roll and it trips over me. Those are my ideas.
So, you I like the first one the best. You grab its leg and you see this powerful Azamar, these great wings spread out as she uses the wind and the force of her wings to rip this creature that's bound to the ground from its its rooting, and it tumbles to the ground. As it does, Aiden, you find an opening to make an attack for opportunity. Go ahead and make an attack for opportunity for me, please.
Oh,
With your free hand.
30.
10. Absolutely, you hit.
Okay, and you know what? I'll go for non-lethal again.
Okay.
It is 3 plus 6, so 9 again.
Okay, nice.
And I'm going to try to use Enforcer, so it's going to be another Intimidate. Yes, an Intimidate check.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm being slow.
All right.
Nat 20, 41.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, absolutely. I would say the shambling mounds within a 10-foot radius of you start to become afraid. And actually, Aiden, as you do, although you feel this kind of sense of foreboding with your body being bound to the ground, or at least pieces of your body being bound to the ground, you hear this in the back of your head. And I'm going to go ahead and send it to you. All right. And okay, that's been sent over to you. All right.
Wait 1 second. If I exceed their roll, I'm allowed to either do panicked or feared. I can do panicked for 1 round, or no, it's panicked or what's the other?
Or frightened?
Frightened. And panicked is more. I'll do panicked for 1 round if I can, which
Okay.
is a little bit different. It must drop anything it holds, flee at top speed from the source of its fear, as well as any other dangers it encounters along a random path. It can't take any other actions. In addition, the creature gets a -2 penalty on all saving throw skill checks, blah, 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 blah. If
Okay.
cornered, the panic creature cowers and does not attack.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
Absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I was, yep. So the 3 in the 10-foot radius of you are going to be panicked. Okay. Is there? So that was your what's called attack for opportunity. It is now Rand's turn. What do you do, Rand?
Is Lyra on the tree to the south of me? The closest one?
Yes, the one that has the red around it. That's correct.
And I'm getting the feeling that she is slipping away more and more.
I would say that is a concern you have. I would say that in order to get a greater sense of that, you'd need to probably either inspect her more, attempt to converse with her, or maybe even attempt to touch her soul with weaving.
Yeah, move right there.
Okay.
Do I see anything on the offhand? Can I make a perception?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. And then just so you know, Octavius, you are on deck.
Yeah. Because
Right.
I know what I'm doing this time.
Perfect. You would see that that the majority of her body has been merged with the tree. She has 1 free arm, and then most of her torso and a part of her head is still free. As she looks at you, you see this sheer sense of panic in her, in her eyes. And as she opens her mouth, you notice that her tongue has been replaced by this this almost root-like, almost a root-like amalgamation of a tongue and of a mouth. And as she opens her mouth, you see her mouth to you. I'm sorry.
As Rand tries to choke back some tears, he's going to put his head down and take a deep breath, and then I'm going to reach out to Lyra's hand and grab it. And then I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to just try to weave her out of the tree, her whole complete self. And I'm going to, as I do this, I'm just going to remember what my father taught me, just the core tenets of weaving, which is to picture the outcome you want and then to see it through.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a hero point to weave her out of the tree.
Awesome. I love it. As you do, there's something else that kind of peaks in your mind. Specifically, something you remember about the twin sword that she has. And as you reach to grab her hand, you see in your mind's eye that her hand still grasps her sword in her other hand, the one that's being absorbed by the tree. And as you feel her, you feel that both that, whether it was prophecy or whether it was a hope or an intent, you feel your sword react with hers. And you feel that her sword takes on this sentiment, this feeling, this hope that you have. And all the hopes, just as opposite as your sword, almost represents all of the pain and anguish and hate. Seeing your sister in a vulnerable place, seeing this side of her that you haven't seen before, seeing that makes the sword take on a similar appearance to your own, but in its parallel. It is one that has a force of hope and love and aspiration that is fused into it. And as you weave her out of the tree, you see that she is, to some extent, become one with you, both intent and understanding. As she emerges from the tree, fully herself, wearing a very similar sword to your own, only white.
Okay, sweet.
And now I need to find someone to put on the map for her. All right. While I'm doing that, are you going to... I would say that probably is your action, Rand. Are you going to be doing any other... are you going to be doing any other... are you going to be doing any movement or anything else?
No, I believe that's it.
Okay. All right. It is now your turn, Octavius.
Ho ho ho! So, Octavius, for the first time in this game, will perform his glorious epic. So, I guess I have to decide whether I'm doing that as a bonus action. Yes, I will do that as a bonus action. So I will actually 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I will move a little bit closer.
Okay.
And this bardic performance, I am choosing to do, well, I guess actually a bit more this way. Boom, there we go. I am choosing to do a 60-foot cone with my wide audience feature. And the center of the cone will be the tree that Rand's sister was just freed from.
Okay.
And what this does is all enemies who can hear this and understand it, they need to make a will save, so it's 19.
Okay.
And they become flat-footed.
Ooh. Okay.
So
That
Alright.
also should be at a -2, I think, because of the thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say all of them actually fail.
yeah. So may I take a few seconds to at least start
please.
my glorious epic?
Absolutely.
One moment. betrayal, earth-shattering betrayal. And that's how he will begin, and it will continue with each round.
Okay. I love it. All right. So,
Well, actually, I guess I
is-
still have an action technically, so I apologize. And with his action, Octavius will let's see. He will cast Sow Thought at the tree that Ren's sister was stuck in.
So,
Rather the roots.
okay. What's the spell again? It is.
Sow Thought. So it's you plant an idea, concept, or suspicion in the mind of the subject, and I believe that the mind of the queen is not just. I mean, maybe there's like a central locus to it, but I'm wondering if the queen was tapping into this tree. Maybe I can at least potentially sow a seed of doubt into it.
What's that
And
seed that you want to plant?
that perhaps she was wrong for not being afraid.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. What's the DC?
A will save, so I believe it's just I believe it's 19 as well. Yeah, 10, half my level, and charisma modifier. Yeah, so 19.
Okay. All right. You plant the seed in this tree. As you do, Octavius, I want you to do a will save as well, please.
Ooh. No! It was almost a 20.
Oh god.
Aww.
It's almost as bad as my reflex save. Actually, what my reflex save was a 3, I think.
So as you plant this seed, it's interesting because there's almost two minds here. One that is fading, and one that you sense kind of that idea takes root to some extent. But there's another one, a stronger one, that you hear in the back of your head someone say, "No, my little man. It is you who should have been afraid all along." You are currently shaken.
Dang it. And remind me what the shaken.
You take a -2 to all ability skill checks. I would say you're shaken for the next, we'll say for the next minute. Okay. All right. Because you failed your will save. Okay.
Yes, I did.
It is Octavius's turn. It is now Kate's turn. Um, okay. No, that's specific enough. Go ahead and make a perception check as well. 20. Okay. As you do, you hear this in your you hear in your head someone say, and again, it's a fainter sentiment, and you hear someone say, "Deeper." You kind of see a flash in your mind of a great tree, but it's only its trunk that is left, and most of the tree is actually long died, and you see the center of it has been kind of hollowed out. You get the sense that this is an actual location, potentially deeper within the garden itself. Sorry, I was responding to a question. Say that one last time. I would say you're probably maybe about 40 or so feet away, because this is kind of more of a clearing right now. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, that is your turn. It is now Dominique's turn.
Okay, given your response in the messages, I'm actually going to follow Soana to try to help with what she's doing. Wait, sorry. Well, I don't know why you're switching characters on me. I would follow Kate to help what she's doing, giving the content of the message
Okay.
stuff. So,
All right. Go ahead
Whatever.
and so you're gonna do like a double move to follow her.
yes,
Okay, that is just fine. Go ahead and make your double move.
I
And is
can't
now
really help with the branches, so I can't really see the thing's tiny for me, so I can't really. Thank you.
Yep. That works. Okay. All right. It is now the Shambling Mound's turn. And one is going to go right here toward Rand. This one is afraid or panicked. So it goes 1, 2. And this goes 1, 2. And then 1, 2. I need Aiden and Iona to make attacks of opportunity against that one. And actually, it needs to stand up from its prone position. So as it stands up from its prone position, the two of you can go ahead and make attacks of opportunity.
I should be able to trip it again.
You absolutely you can. Yep.
You may not re-trip an enemy that is attempting to stand up.
Oh. Okay. So you can certainly make an attack for opportunity against it, though.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my. I should have a chains that can like drag him down or something and attack him.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack. And Aiden, you can make your attack as well.
You'll have to make the attack for her.
Oh, right. Sorry,
I don't mean to be annoying. I know that after my very trip focused character that unfortunately you cannot re-trip.
And I should be able to have a spell after that to do another attack of opportunity should my attack fail.
Well, not if it fails. If it provokes another one, you have an immediate action spell that you can cast that gives you more, if you want.
Okay. The 21 hits. It's not really hard to hit it. And so you do 2d6 plus 6.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. And then what was your attack, Rand? Rand, you did. Did you make your attack, Rand?
Oh, I thought that
No,
one was
sorry,
back.
Rand. Me, right?
Aiden, your attack also hits. Go ahead and make your hit.
It is still panicked, right?
It's still afraid of you. Yeah.
All right, so I'm not gonna try and make it more afraid. I'm just gonna hit it with a normal hit. It's gonna be 2 plus 6, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Of
Perfect. Oh, yes. It was. I sent it to her. Give me a second. It will allow for her to cast Dispel Magic once per day, and it does an additional +3 damage because it is a +3 greatsword. Okay. It is now. So that is your turn. It is now. The mounds are going to make their attacks. So this one, there are ones that are not panicked. There are two that are not panicked that can make attacks. The other one is going to attempt to run away, and I believe if you want to do your immediate action, you can attempt to trip it again, Iona. So, spell. Great.
Oh, no, never mind. It's a mound. I'll be able to trip it.
Okay, you're gonna let it run away. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Against you, Rand.
Or Aiden, right? Or is he?
No,
Rand.
Rand.
Rand. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there will be one against you, Aiden, but against Rand, I have a 22 to hit and a 23 to hit.
Those hit.
Both hit. Okay. And then we have against you, Aiden, a natural 20. We'll see if it confirms. That will be a 27 to hit.
27 to hit. Okay. Well, with my snake style, I can use sense motive as my AC. I roll it plus the bonus.
Okay. Yeah.
So
What?
29.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will still hit you, but it is not. But it is not a crit.
Okay.
All right, and then the other one is a 19. So is that? So the other one would miss you because your AC right now is 29.
I think I roll for both because it's an immediate action whenever I'll read it to you.
Okay. You also only get one immediate action per turn.
Okay.
So it would only be one of them then.
Hold on. Per turn? Well, aren't these different turns because it's different ones attacking me?
So you get an immediate you get one immediate action per turn.
Oh,
And so-
before. Okay. I think I got it. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
So once
the other one's ace. That's probably just gonna hit me then.
okay. So the other one that's 19. So both hit you, but it's not crit. It's not a crit.
This is
All
probably
right.
gonna kill me anyways.
All right. So first off, against Rand, that's 38 damage,
Ouch.
and then against Aiden, that is 24 damage.
24.
Mm-hmm.
That puts me below. Yep.
So you're out.
69. It's 69 over 64.
Oof. So
I'm knocked out, I guess.
as you make the other shambling mounds afraid, one of them kind of lumbers forward behind you, and as you turn and you see it raise up its arms, you sense what's going to happen. And you definitely dodge out of its way just in time before it completely breaks your bones in your back, but the other hand comes down and smashes you, and everything goes black for a moment. Okay, that is Rand's turn. Oh, or that's Aiden. Rand, as you finish freeing your sister, this moment of elation is overshadowed as this lumbering creature comes almost gliding through the grass and starts to grab at you and start to attempt to rip your very body apart. So that is your turn. That is the Shambling Mound's turns. It is now Aiden's turn. Aiden, will you go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
Okay, hold on. 20.
All right. I believe he stabilizes. Is that correct?
Was that a nat 20 or
No, it was just-
or is it just
18. It's an 18 plus 2.
Oh, okay.
Just double checking the rules for stabilizing. Sorry. Drowsy, stable. The character can make a DC 10 Constitution check each hour to become conscious, and yep. So you are stabilized but unconscious. So you are not currently bleeding out at the moment.
Okay.
So
So I still can't do anything though, right?
you can't do anything, but you're not dead,
Okay.
or you're not like bleeding out and dying. At least not right now. Okay. It is now Iona's turn. So you see your friend Aiden crumple beneath the weight of this giant creature. Out of curiosity, are they still frightened after if you go unconscious?
They should just be for that one round, and
Okay.
then after that they will still be shaken.
Shaken. Okay. So they are shaken, but they are no longer frightened. You see these giant creatures start to turn again back towards everyone. The danger, although maybe potentially postponed, has not been completely averted. Iona, what are you doing?
I try and trip that guy who got away from me.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you come up closer. You're going to go ahead and attempt to trip him. Rand, you are going to be on deck.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and trip him. Absolutely, he is tripped. After you make a trip, can you make an attack against him as well, or you just do the trip?
I'm not sure.
I believe you just do the trip because your tripping is the action. Okay. I believe that her base attack bonus is high enough as well.
And are we
Yeah.
taking into account
In
how they're
place of an attack,
flat-footed?
yes. You can trip whenever you can make a regular attack.
Okay. All right. Do another.
Yeah, you can attempt to trip somebody for as many attacks as you had.
Nice. She also does another 27 damage. As she does, you start to just tear off pieces of its roots. You can tell this mound is having a really bad day. What?
Oh, that's you echoing.
Yeah, no good, very bad day. As you are just sheaving off pieces of its body, and it is having a rough time. Okay, it is now Rand's turn with Octavius on deck.
Yeah.
Do these creatures have eyes that I can exploit?
Yeah, they do have eyes,
Okay.
or at least eye holes. They can definitely see. Yes.
Okay, could I blind them? I guess is the better
I would
question.
say,
Okay.
yeah, I think you could definitely blind them.
I guess this is kind of a noob question. If I attack and then 5-foot step, does that break my full attack?
I don't believe so. I believe that you should be able to. Actually, I think you have to. Yeah, I was kind of working that through my head as well. Yes, so you do need to either make the 5-foot step, then do the full attack, or do the full attack, then do the 5-foot step. Mm-hmm.
Look into that feat. Okay. All right. Sorry. Thinking here about what I should do. So these two, the one below Aiden and then down and to the left of Aiden, are both of those back in action?
Yes. No one is
Okay.
panicked, although the three, the one that is furthest away from Aiden, this one right here, is going to be, he is going to be shaken, as well as the one next to Iona is shaken, and the one that is closest to Dominique and Kate is also shaken.
Does the mound that is by Aiden, does that look like it is intent on smashing him into the ground still, or does it appear that it's maybe going to leave him alone for now and look for other targets?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Or sense motive. Okay. As you look into it, you recognize, you've been around enough people to kind of get that glance that this thing seems intent on destroying Aiden. Something that either Aiden did or said, or something about Aiden has pissed whatever this thing is off, and it is intent on killing him. Yeah. Those are some pretty angry finds.
Do you only get the extra attack from haste when you make a full attack?
Yes.
Dang it. Okay. Okay, I will use my swift action to go into Kitsune style. And then I'm going to make a 5-foot step.
Okay.
And do any of the other mounds look like they're going for Aiden, or just this one in specific?
Just this one right now. Yeah, just those ones specifically.
Okay. Then I am going to hit this mound in front of hit the mound that's attacking Aiden. Is a 23 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then he's flat-footed still, yes?
Yep.
Okay. And then because of Kitsune style, I get to apply Dirty Trick, and then Kitsune style lets me apply 2 Dirty Tricks at once if they're flat-footed. So I'm going to attempt to blind him.
Nice.
And then I'm going to... Would I be able to make them sickened? Would I know of any way that I could do that?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would say that you could attempt to make them sickened.
I would try to use my blade, perhaps, and like try to feed the emotions into the creature to try to overwhelm its senses. To do that, if that would sound like it could work.
So yeah, it can be sickened.
Okay. Then yeah, I will. That's for the blind, and that's for the sickened.
Okay. Both succeed. Normally, shambling mounds can't be blinded, but you notice that these specific ones is almost as if, as you've gotten close up to it, I'll say this is also part of your previous perception check. You notice that something about these shambling mounds, there's almost something human about it. You see that there is eyes inside, and you use this opportunity to blind it. And then with this ethereal sword that you've created, as you attack it, that hate and that pain sickens them, and the creature is now sickened as well as blinded. So, go ahead and roll your damage as well, please.
Oh yes. And then I'm just going to attack it twice.
Okay.
So this will be the haste attack.
Also hits.
And I apologize. One sec.
You're good.
Okay, and this is at a -5. This next attack.
Okay.
Oh, I can.
That also
Is that
hits.
it?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And then let's just load them up. So then with these next two attacks, I'm just going to do Dazzled and Deafened. I'm going to attempt with that second attack for Dirty Tricks.
Okay.
Okay, I can't click on the. There we go. All right, and then for the third attack, I'm going to put Entangled, and I'll refresh the duration of that Shaken.
Okay.
This is literally every trick in the book. So yeah, he is blinded, dazzled, deafened, entangled, shaken, and sickened. And then for every 5 by which your attack exceeds your opponent's CMD, the penalty lasts for 1 additional round. And I do have Greater Dirty Trick, so that is going to be 1d4 plus 1 for every 5 which exceeds it. And since they are flat-footed, I have a trait that gives me another plus 1 if they are flat-footed. So it's going to be 1d4 plus 1, and then plus 1 for every 5. So how many rounds do you think that's going to be?
A lot. I would say at least 10 rounds.
So 14 rounds then for all of those conditions on that thing.
Sounds good. Yeah. I don't think it's going to exist past that. Okay. Awesome. I love it.
And the damage too, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the damage as well. Okay. Awesome.
I can attack something, and if they are flat-footed, I get a free dirty trick. And because of Kitsune style, I get an additional dirty trick if they are flat-footed.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. I would say that he's definitely incapacitated. Okay. That is amazing. I love it. Okay. It is now Octavius' turn. What are you doing? Octavius?
Sorry, I didn't realize that you said my name. So, what I will do is I'm going to continue my glorious epic. A king and a queen, and a city at the balance. And I will cast glibness.
Okay.
My speech is now more fluent, more believable. I gain plus 20 on bluff checks.
Okay. And what are you going to do with that?
Well, first I'm going to, I guess, Elvish and Sylvan are pretty similar, right?
There's some similarities, yeah.
So, I don't speak Sylvan, but I will try to reach out to the Queen in Elven.
Okay.
and I will say, I will tell her, you're astute. You can see I'm terrified by such monstrosity. But you must realize, the seeds of your defeat have already been sown. I'll continue my conversation with her later.
Mhm.
I will move just a bit this way.
Okay.
So I guess still kind of doing the. No, sorry, not that way. So if I'm that far. Good. Okay, so I still have them all on a cone then.
Mhm.
I imagine. Maybe I didn't even have the one near Iona before, but now I should, I believe.
Mhm.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Can you go ahead and make another will save for me as you speak to her?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 7. All right, I'm getting a little stronger. Getting a little stronger, guys.
Just a little bit. As you hear that, as you whisper that, you hear a laugh, and it's kind of more like a giggle. Really, there's almost a innocence to it that kind of is a bit off-putting. And she says, "But you have to understand, someone that you trust has already betrayed you." And for the next round, you are currently dominated.
No.
Oh,
Those-
that's awful.
Those right now who you see as allies, you see as merely people who are in the way of the true queen.
Oh.
Okay.
So am I flat-footing them now?
Currently, yes. I would say
Everyone flat-footed. Yeah.
so. That is Octavius's turn.
I just
'cause
mass flat-footed. Hold on, I gotta double check that map. Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know about Dominique and Kate, but
Dominic and Kate are not in the radius, but the others are.
oh darn, I almost had everyone. That would have been awesome.
So-
OP cat.
Okay, that is now it's now Kate's turn. In
Oh, it's a will save. Yeah, 19.
Oh yeah, go ahead and sorry that you make a good point. That will be Aiden, and Iona and Rand. Go ahead and make will saves for me, and I'll go ahead and make a will save for Iona.
Aiden's trying to die.
Do I make a will save if I'm unconscious?
Great.
I think you're
No,
helpless, aren't you?
yeah, no, never mind. You don't need to make a will save. All right,
Wow, that's the first will save I've made.
Iona fails
The
it
entire
though.
campaign.
Iona is now flat-footed, just barely though.
Just barely.
Just barely, because she rolled 18
Dang.
out of 19.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, I will roll for Rand's sister, Lyra.
We got high rolls because we're both riding the tails of what just
I
happened.
will say this though: if I were awake, I retain my dex to AC if I'm caught flat-footed. So I don't know if it would have mattered.
Okay, we will see.
But I'm
so
unconscious, so it does not matter.
okay, Kate, what are you doing? Roughly about you were about 40 feet. I would say that you are. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then I would say you could go ahead and make a perception check as well. Okay. As you stare out, you feel like this oppressive mist kind of pools in the area. But as you are looking around in the it's hard to tell the exact distance because of the the shadows and the mist, but maybe 200-300 feet from you, you see the base of a great tree trunk. Yeah, I would say that would, yeah, your movement. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Okay, we will. To Dominique.
Okay, I would follow Kate.
Okay, so
Rand's gonna shout to them and say, "Where are you going?"
Do you guys respond? Okay, so Dominique, you get into range. You get into range of Kate, and Kate, you activate the mask. Okay, Kate and Dominique disappear.
Octavia shouts out, "Traitors!"
So
Defilers
we Tiger
of a
and,
glorious dream.
Tiger and Kayla, do you mind if we address your thing in just a bit?
That's
Okay.
fine with me. I'm in no rush.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So I'm going to take you out of the initiative order. Okay. So the two of you, you see that two of your allies just disappear from the battlefield. It's now Lyra's turn. Lyra, go ahead.
That was just your echo playing through somebody else's.
Oh, okay. So Lyra pulls out her blade and kind of standing back to back to you. You see that as she pulls out her sword and mirrors you, not only does your sword seem to hum with a greater force, but so does hers as she reaches out and starts to tear apart this shambling mount. And she makes a full round of attacks against it as well. And you see each time it carves, there's almost this bright heat that carves into it, and you can see this, it almost cauterizes the various vines that she tears into. And as she's cutting away at this, you see embedded in the actual mound the silhouette of what once was a person. As she tears into this creature, making a quite the severe dent into its body and into what's left of it. So that is her turn. It is now. So that was her turn. It is now the mound's turn. All right. This one, honestly, there's so much going on with it. I'm not even going to roll for it. It's. I highly doubt it would be able to find, a patch of grass, let alone find Aiden. So I'm just going to say, for the moment, he is as incapacitated as he could be for the next, minute or so. The other one is going to come up to Rand and is going to attempt to make an attack against you, again at a -2 because of the shaken condition. So that is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
And the second one is that's a 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. And you take, he rolled low. You take 17 points of damage. As one of the hits goes wide, and the other one just comes square against your chest. That is your turn. The one that Iona was facing, it attempts to stand again. Iona, you can make another attack of opportunity against it.
I will try and just slap it with my sword.
Just slap it with it. It's like, stay down.
Exactly.
Bad plant. All right, I'll go ahead and roll for you.
Mound.
Say again.
I'll turn you into a smaller mound.
I'll turn you into a smaller mound. Okay. Oh, I rolled the wrong one. Sorry. Okay. So she hits, especially with it being on the ground, and then. Okay. Iona, how do you want to kill it?
I want to slap it so hard that it just explodes.
As it stands being harried by this angry winged Azamar, you toss your sword down, and just with one giant slap, you hit it, and it just completely explodes in a mist of greenage and foliage in epic fashion. All right, so that one is down, and then we have this one is going to make its way towards Lyra and attempt to attack her. Okay, and you see that it gets 2 decent hits against her, but she's still relatively fresh from the fight. So she's still up, but it got 2 decent hits against her. So those are the mounds. It is now Aiden's turn. Aiden is still unconscious. It is now Iona.
Wait, what? That
was your reaction.
Oh, well then I'm gonna try and trip it.
It is dead. Sorry, this one is dead.
Okay. Is there any other that is near me that I can try and trip?
Yeah, absolutely. So
I'm gonna trip the closest one that somebody is next to.
Okay, sounds good to me. I'll go ahead and roll for you.
Grazie.
Natural 20.
Woo.
So it absolutely crumples to the ground, and both Aiden and Lyra can make attacks of opportunity against it.
Still unconscious.
Oh, sorry, Rand and Lyra, not Aiden and Lyra. And Rand, with Lyra next to you, you're able to roll an additional 46.
Okay. Did the 17 hit it while it's on the ground?
Yes, its AC is 15. These things are hard to hit. They're just they just have a fair amount of girth to them. Okay.
30.
Fantastic. Okay. All right.
And I assume you did Lyra's attack?
I did Lyra's attack. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you see that this one is it is hanging by a thread as it sits there, kind of wavering in between the beating that Iona is doing to it. It is now so that was Iona's turn. It is now Rand's turn. What are you doing? You have 3 that are right next to you as you and Iona side by side are trying to take out all of these mounts by yourselves now, with 2 of your companions disappearing, one of them unconscious, and one of them having turned against you.
Hate all of you. Okay, so the one that is below me, I would like to turn around and I would like to attempt to blind that one.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead and roll for me. It definitely hits.
Okay. And then I'm going to turn around to the one that was tripped, and I'm going to make an attack on that one.
Okay, definitely hits. All right, how would you like to finish that one off?
Yeah.
So as we've been hacking it away, and maybe enough to see the vines to the person on the inside, I'd like to take advantage of the opportunity to just stab directly through the neck of that person.
Okay. As you have carved away at these vines that have overtaken whoever this was, you finally see the vital part of him, and you stab into it. And there's this brief moment where you see a bit of recognition, and then it crumples to the ground. As you do, go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
$16.
Okay. Something vague about the face seems familiar, but it's too distorted for you, really, at least in the heat of battle, to figure out what about the person or this creature that kind of seems familiar to you at all. So that is your turn.
I still have one attack.
Oh yes, absolutely. Please make another attack.
And this one, put the modifier there. Oops. This one will be against the one to the south of me.
Mm-hmm. That does miss.
All right, yeah. All right, that's it.
All right, that is your turn. It is now Octavius. You see 2 of these traitors who are attempting to dethrone the righteous queen escape. One of your enemies is now unconscious, and you see that these 3 pests that remain are starting to take down these loyal followers of your wonderful queen. What are you doing?
Oh man. Well, I will cast. I will cast Hold Person on Rand.
Okay, Rand, go ahead and make a will save. Is that right?
God.
All right, he doesn't need to make the save. I can just target him, right? And then I can let me make him roll for it. Or well, on.
All right.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, buddy.
So, Rand, as you as you are taking out these shambling mounds, your eyes zero in on that cat, and its eyes have turned feral as he lifts his hands towards you, and you feel your body start to twist and stiffen, and your sheer force of will, your sister next to you, gives you that strength, and you break whatever hold he was trying to place on you.
And
Okay.
you hear Octavius shout, "You too, my confidant!"
All right. With that being the case, Octavius, you are no longer under the influence of the dominate person spell, and it is now Lyra's turn.
You just suddenly see a lot of regret and anger in Octavius's eyes.
Okay.
When you tried to hold Rand, he would shoot you a very angry and dirty look. Almost a "you're next" kind of thing.
All right. You see Lyra take a series of swings at the shambling mound to your side. Again, emboldened and energized by your presence and by the sword, she is able to make quick work of this one, and it also falls to her swings. It is now that it is her not her turn. It is now the shambling mound in front of you's turn. He is just blinded. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Is he shaken still?
He is still shaken. That is correct.
Okay, so he's got a -3, and then he's got to roll a percentile.
Okay.
I'm sure you already know this. I don't need to say that.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll for it. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, I guess I should point out that I guess I actually didn't continue my bardic performance, but I have an effect that makes it last for 2 turns after I stop. So
Lingering performance.
yeah, baby.
So it continues to go on. Awesome. So with that, the he misses one attack from his blind, and the other one goes wide as you definitely dodge this creature as it attempts to harry you. It is now that is its turn. It is now Aiden's turn. I'm sorry, Aiden. You're still unconscious.
That's okay.
For the sake of brevity, as we're getting close to the end of the evening, the other two are close to incapacitated, and between the two or the three of you, you should be able to take them out really without too much issue. Would you be alright if we wrapped up this part of the combat?
No problem. Yeah, yeah, they're pretty dead to rights. Sure.
They're pretty dead to rights. Is you, Lyra, and Iona mop up what remains of these mounds. What are you guys doing with Aiden and with your missing companions?
I will run over to Aiden, and I'll look at Lyra. Can you do anything to help him?
Sorry, I was for some reason I thought you were referring to Iona, and I don't know why my brain was somewhere else.
Are you good?
Let me see what Lyra can do. Lyra turns to you. She says, "I can bind up his wounds. I can, give me some time, and I can get him, stable at least, or get him into a better place. But I don't really have anything that can bring him back. Do any of you have any kind of healing magics or potions?"
I just shoot a look at Octavius and Iona. Is he still merged with the ground?
No.
Okay.
With the death of the Mounds, you find that his body has been released.
I look at Octavius. Well,
I have nothing to aid him.
Oh no.
this would be the most anticlimactic way for Aiden to die. Let me tell you, he just slowly bleeds out.
Well, I'm not
All
bleeding
that.
out anymore. I stabilized.
He's still
Oh, okay. Oh, so he should be good within just a little bit. Then, well, actually, how long does it take you to stabilize and regain consciousness?
I don't know.
Mechanically, I'm not aware of what that is.
I am not entirely sure.
Because if it's going to be like 8 hours, then I obviously don't want to sit here for that long. But if it's just going to be like a few minutes, then I don't mind waiting it out.
Wait, I have a request, Cameron. What are
Yeah.
the chances? What are the chances that since Elvin and Sylvan are similar, that Octavius may have caught one or two words that Aiden was saying?
Aiden was saying to the what's it called, to the queen.
Yes.
Go ahead
Do I
and
need
roll a percentile check for me.
A what check?
Percentile. Just roll a percentile.
Oh.
And for the sake of brevity as well as for the sake of fun, we'll say that Aiden, you come around to go ahead and roll your number of hit dice. Roll that number of hit dice, and we'll see how much you recover.
Okay, hit dice would be.
So-
How do I roll hit dice?
So your hit die. So I'm really like, this is like not according to like raw at all. This is kind of something I'm.
Oh, I was
thinking-
actually looking it up. I can wake up. It's up to DM discretion between 10 minutes to several hours. And then
I'm
it said
saying-
a loud noise can also wake me up.
I'm thinking, like 10 minutes. Right now you are. You have a D8, so roll 8D8 for me.
8d8?
No, 8D8.
Okay.
Or okay. Okay. So over the course of the next 10 minutes or so, you rouse to consciousness. Roughly about a third of your hit points at half your hit points at about 33 hit points.
Okay. All right, there we go. I'm still in
Okay.
the red, but I'm alive.
Yep. You're alive. Okay. And then your check, Octavius, was 71%. You actually heard
Yeah.
quite a bit of what Aiden said. Specifically, his mentioning of his father is something that definitely sticks out to you.
So am I waking up now?
Yes.
Okay.
While that happens, I'm going to take Dominique and Kate over to the Devil's Reward. Hello, is Kayla coming too? Hey, hello, Kayla. All right. As you teleport over to the tree, you find eventually you find your way to it. You
Yeah, I figured.
You overshoot it slightly, but you eventually make your way around to the front of this tree. And sitting in the center of this hollowed out tree is a girl, who probably is maybe about some of in the range of 9 to 11 years old. Absolutely. Very recognizable. You see, she's completely conscious. She's kind of sitting on a mangle of roots that kind of act as a bench. And as she sits there, you notice in her hands, she is holding a very delicate looking, looks like a locket. As she looks up to you, she says, I knew that I wouldn't be able to hide here for long, and I knew that you'd be coming. Yeah. You're here because I killed my father. I think that yeah, just to keep the role play going, just because we're getting late at night. Yes, because of what he built from her. And you see kind of this darker sense that comes from her, this hate that comes from her as she stands, and you feel more than anything the roots of the tree kind of shudder as she moves. And just with her breath and with her movement, you feel that the very essence of the ground seems to kind of almost sway with her in a very unsettling way. As she looks at you, she says, and each of you have played a part in it. It was the circle of flame that harvested her body, that sealed her away. It was the clasp that acted as the shadow brokers, carrying and ferrying the various refined pieces of her body between those who wish to forget the world and those who wish to mold it to their will. It was the weavers who took that refined piece and made it into what our city is today, whether it is because of technology advancements or whether it is because they made advancements into altering who people are. And finally, it was the Grey Cloaks who kept it all a secret. All of you are responsible.
Question: would Dominique have known the bit about the clasp, or is this complete news to her?
You would have a lot of what the class does has been there's been bits and pieces that kind of ring true to this. The class, it doesn't just deal in illegal drugs and illegal trade. There's so many other factors that this could have been shuffled and piled into. There are numerous different shipments going in and out of the city that as a member of the class, for the most part, you kind of do what you're told until you get higher up in the in the ranks, if that makes sense. Most of the time,
Okay, yes.
most of the lower ranking members would never have opened up a shipment or even known what was in them.
Okay. Dominique is similarly. Go ahead. Sorry.
You're gonna okay.
Yeah, Dominique is gonna do similar. Also, look somber and sad, and try to comfort and say, "I am so sorry. What happened to your mother? It sounds like a travesty, and I also did not know until, well, you just told me. And I'm sorry for my group's part in it. If I need to roll something, I will. Would that be diplomacy or something else?
Yeah, go ahead and make a diplomacy check as well.
Okay. Oh! It was so close to being an 18, and then it just rolled
So
back
close.
to a 5. Total.
Yes, absolutely. So her name is. Sorry, I have it in my list. We've always referred to her as the princess, and so it's just one of those things. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So her name is Arana. I want it to burn. She wanted to build it. It was their dream. That's why she imparted part of her strength, part of her love, part of her power to my father. That was until he betrayed her. And now, the only thing I want is chaos. Each of these pieces that relied so wonderfully on each other, just tearing each other apart. That's all that matters. They think that each of them are right. Each of them think that the other is betraying one another. They all don't know that it was me. Absolutely. And more than anything, that stupid cat to get what he deserves. Sorry. Okay. Yep. Arena. Yep. Okay. Okay. Perfect. I'm her daughter. And just like the raw potential to weave, like people have done in this city, was drawn from her blood, that same power is in me. And I knew sooner or later that my own father would grow tired of the limitations that her body had, and it would eventually turn that on me. I was going to be the next vessel he'd use.
Shaman, go ahead, sorry. Dominique is also going to look somber and nod and say, yes, the king did not care for those he should have the way that he should have. And he views anyone for his own means, including his own wife and children.
Parts of her. One of yours killed one part. Would you have let yourselves die? In the chapel? In this place? Would you have let yourselves be consumed by it? Even now I see that they've succeeded. And what's your goal? Okay. And what do you believe that the city deserves? In my mind, there is no other solution. Most, if not all, are culpable. I wish not to be the queen, but simply to watch it burn. Well, the way that I see it, I'm happy to let whatever state my mother is in now, understanding that it is an aberrant, twisted fate that she is. Just let her lie here, consuming and twisting the earth to whatever it means that nature takes it. She is not in her right mind. And never, absolutely. Although it's scattered and listless, it's something that could be channeled. It is something that could be manipulated. Others have manipulated it or attempted to. But after she's gone, or after this city's gone, I will leave it too.
Do you think that's what your mother would want?
I don't know what she'd want. I never really got the chance to talk to her much. She kind of cocks her head a little bit toward you. There's almost this sense of, kind of, how dare you?
I am sorry, I did not mean to add to your pain. I was just curious.
And I say that, to some extent, Kayla, partially because you did fail your diplomacy check.
That's fair.
And so you have someone who, you're already kind of on the wrong foot saying, what would your mother say? And, she's hardly met her mother. And so she's saying, I don't know, my mom died.
I am sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I understand. I never got to know my mother either and barely met my father.
So, oh, in ways, but okay. I think she's. Go. No, you go. Go ahead. Okay. Um, with that, um, I would say that with your successful diplomacy checks, I would say that she would agree. And she kind of nods her consent. I have. Okay. Okay. And what's the other thing you were wanting to do with that? Okay. Um, so you would know that she is in pretty decent health. You don't see um, any kind of hurt on her, or harm to her. You get the sense that any kind of harm that she has sustained is probably more emotional than anything else. You would get the sense, especially with what you've seen so far, that anyone who's gotten close enough to potentially harm her probably has met a very quick end. Uh, in regards to fortitude saves, um, you would. Yeah. I was going to say that yeah, you get a rough estimate. Her ability to resist poisons, things like that, is probably about average.
I'm following your lead here.
What'd you say, Kayla?
I said I was following Kate's lead here. That's a tough call.
Okay. 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 Any better? Okay. As, okay. Can you also make real quickly for me a quick will save? Ooh. Okay. So just to give you an idea, because part of what weaving is being able to get an insight into someone's soul and get an insight into so essentially as you touched her, her intent was to touch your soul and get an idea of who you really are. So, yes, you absolutely succeeded. As you as you do that, she does make she is going to, instead of resist, is going to take in the deep breath. What oh my okay. I need to show this because this is epic. This is potentially like campaign ending.
Oh, you're good.
No, but I can bring it up. Yeah. Okay. All right. She does. I want to pause real quickly. Do you mind if we bring this back into the general chat? And basically, it's it being essentially as they're walking up, following you. This is what they're seeing. Okay, let's go ahead.
Say, uh, just a second. Let me check. I don't, as a player, Kate, I'm gonna say I don't think so, but I'm gonna double check the spells I have prepared really quick. I don't think I have anything prepared. Closest I have is like suggestion, and I don't think suggestion would do any good right now. So,
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and join the general chat.
Back.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm sorry
when
that
that, when
took so
that reveal
long.
happened.
So, because a lot just happened. So, as you, the four of you, Aiden, Iona, Octavius, and Rand, you follow after the direction of your two companions. Having kind of gotten your breath, you arrive at what looks to be a large stump of a tree that's been hollowed out, large enough that people can fit through. It's probably a good maybe 20 feet tall. As you arrive at this large hollowed out tree, you see a older woman holding what looks to be the princess. The princess has fallen unconscious completely, and standing next to this older woman is Dominique.
What happened to Kate?
To what end?
I will.
How do we
quickly
know
start-
that this is the princess?
Rand, go ahead and make a knowledge local check.
And as I say that, I will look over at 8.
I will. Can I do a perception on the princess? I have seen her before.
Yep. So
Does it look like her?
it absolutely looks like her. From your previous experiences, about a week ago, it definitely looks like her. And Rand, again, based off of descriptions and brief interactions, by all accounts, this looks like her.
Okay, I reach out to touch her. Does anybody stop me?
No.
Octavius says, "Wait," and then he'll nudge to whisper in your ear.
Okay.
Rand's.
Okay. Well, I will start to quickly lead them out the way we came.
So Rand, I guess I could whisper this and
You can just send me a message.
okay. I'll do just that. One moment.
I'll wait for this whisper.
Okay.
Well, I'll wait for the whisper to see what's going on, because that can happen very quickly.
that freaking last message you sent.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, if you guys aren't going to do anything, I'm not going to hesitate to get the princess to safety.
I can carry her if you would like.
As we're walking,
I mean,
I'm
Dominique
going-
would take the princess then to carry instead.
I want to sleight of hand the badge from my jacket pocket and clutch it in my hand to where nobody can see me do it.
Okay.
I did a 26 sleight of hand.
Okay.
As I stand next to them carrying the princess, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm not going to assume that it does. But I'm going to ask Ileana, do you care about the princess? Now,
I
What
can attest to
happened-
that. She helped me out before. Probably
What
wouldn't be
happened-
here if not for her. Thank you again.
what happened down there?
And where did Kate go? Why did she just leave?
So, I'll say.
I will touch the princess, by the way. I will follow through with that action.
Yeah. So Rand, go ahead and make a weaving check for me, and then Ileana, go ahead and make a will save for the essentially the Zone of Truth spell. Okay.
I'll wait till that resolves.
So Ileana, you are under the effective zone of truth. Can I actually talk to you real quickly in the Devil's Regret, because I wanted to say about something. One of the things that you said was that you were brought here, or something you said I felt like was actually a lie. Like, yeah, right, exactly. You can use um can't speak any deliberate or intentional lies. So affected creatures are aware of the enchantment, therefore they may avoid questions to which they would be normally respond with a lie, or they may be evasive as long as they remain within the boundaries of the truth. So I would say that they would have if it's all right with you, they would recognize that, or you would like recognize that you were brought here was a lie. Okay. Mhm. Yes, I would say that probably makes more sense. So, okay.
I asked, yes, how did you get here? Do you mean her? Do you mean to harm her? Is Kate all right?
Kate was fine when she left.
Is she going to take the princess to a safe place? The wording of "I will not hurt her directly" sounded suspiciously specific. Yes, and that sounded very specific to maintain the
Well, you don't know this
you
is
know
in
what I
effect.
mean.
You
The
shouldn't know
subtext.
this is in fact Rand.
So, Ileana.
Oh,
would
I'm
know
sorry.
Ileana
You're right.
would
I'm
know
sorry.
in effect, but the rest of you wouldn't.
Unless you got close enough to be within the range of it.
That's wording was still suspicious though. Either way, whether I know about the zone of truth or not.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what happened down there. And Kate left under suspicious circumstances, and she hasn't been with us that long. And for
Kate
her,
left of her own free will, and Ileana here is someone who I can vouch for being an excellent healer who has saved my life in the past.
beyond tonight, today,
Yes, actually. Ileana has saved me before. Again, thank you again.
okay, I will knowledge local.
Nice.
28.
Ileana is decently well known in the community. She generally is known for being someone who takes care of those who can't afford any kind of like actual medical treatments. So she usually does things very pro bono or for trade, and it has that experience with that reputation as relatively a just kind of a kindly old woman who takes care of those who come to her door, regardless of their affiliation.
Okay.
Yeah, clearly not the well-being of her companions, though, strangely enough. And I'll also shoot Dominique a look. Was it really that important? We almost died back there, and you just left.
If I had a means to help you, I would have, but I'm not exactly
You have means to help. I've seen your means to help.
Okay.
I would like to
we
touch the
went where
princess.
we could help.
I think the princess is unconscious, Ran, but we should probably leave this garden.
I would like to touch the princess, and Cameron, can I speak to you privately when I do so?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well.
Wow. Hmm.
Just about every week.
So we will. I will just wait.
This is freaking nuts.
Where did I saw something that you just Oh, never mind. I saw Kayla post something just now, but I don't know where it was. Or maybe it was delayed. Did you put something somewhere just now, Kayla?
In Discord?
Yes, or somewhere that would pop
No.
up. Did you put something somewhere else?
Not that I know of. Not recently.
Okay, well, my computer's being weird. I got a notification somewhere. And
Colin meshes our group chat with him. And I think I might have replied to that.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, for some reason, everything just pops up on this monitor in this corner, and I just caught it very quickly and didn't get a chance to read it. And I was looking for it on Discord, but apparently it was Facebook. Okay.
No, it's Facebook. It's Facebook. I completely forgot that he messaged us.
Okay. Wow, there's a lot of conversation going on.
Parley's in heat.
He did a craft weaving that's really high. I just now realized I should have another skill focus because I get one for free at level 8, and I have no idea what to skill focus. No, I get a skill focus. I got a racial trait that gives me one at 1st, 8th, and 16. Yes, I didn't know it was a racial trait, but with this particular class, it's extraordinarily powerful. It's in replace of the extra skill points that you get. So it's basically a focus. Yes. Which, with the class that I am, that gets... Level 10 would be very powerful for this character, but Yep. It is. Level 10 seems to be the sweet spot with a lot of characters. In fact, I think they did that on purpose. Oh. Falling in love with the villain. Yeah, it's like a skill monkey on crack. Yeah. You remain alert to sounds even when you sleep. Your normal DC increased perception checks when you are sleeping doesn't apply to you. The distance modifier on the DC of your perception checks is reduced by +1 per 40 feet. Yeah. Yes. Well, at 20, you get a +10 bonus perception to notice invisible creatures, which is yeah. Yeah. I don't remember when I get my. Is it every 2 levels you get to pick? Hold on. Which is ridiculous, and then you add half your class level to it, and then with a bunch of skill focuses, you basically become omniscient.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
No, you have no sneak attacks, but you can basically read minds. You can basically go invisible whenever you want.
All right. Sorry. I'm back. What are you going to do, man? This moment is so much more fun than I thought it would be. It's great.
Wait, hold on. Is Kate? Wait, is Ileana holding the princess?
She's just on the floor, sprawled out like a broken doll.
Dominique did take her.
Yeah, it's
Okay. All right. Well, all right. I'm ready. Yep.
Ren slowly takes his hand off of the princess and walks away.
Did I notice that weaving he did on the princess?
I would not have attempted to be subtle whatsoever.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not that hard to, especially with you being someone who knows how to weave. You know exactly what he's doing. Basically, it's a fairly common practice for weavers to both for positive and negative means to peer into people's souls and kind of get an idea of what their history is, what they've done, what are their fears, hopes, dreams, things like that, what makes up a person. To varying degrees of the aptitude of the weaver, they can glean a lot of information or they can get maybe just bits and pieces.
Saw what I needed to. That's the princess.
I will do that, but beforehand, I am going to sleight of hand this badge back into my jacket with a 27.
Okay. All right. As you take your time exiting the garden, it's interesting because as you're leaving, a lot of the oppressive air, the danger, as well as the almost living nature of the garden seems to have abated. There's still a sense of life and almost sentience to it, but it seems to have diminished greatly as you lead them out of the garden.
Okay, as we're going, I do want to ask Dominique, what happened to the queen?
The queen was definitely not there when we got there. I don't think we'll be seeing her anytime.
He got away.
You said she was not there.
No, we found the princess. But that's it.
No.
I assume that's why Kate went down there. We have no idea why she left us to fight. I mean, I can't say what I was doing was fighting. But
Kate and I heard
but she left me, and all I remember after that is waking up to Rand and this cat.
well
And no Kate.
Kate spoke with a voice, and I heard the conversation in Sylvan that pointed us that direction, and we found the princess.
I heard the Sylvan. I still don't think that is a good reason to leave us in that
Well,
position.
again, I did not have spells that could have been particularly helpful for you, so I decided to help how I could, and it resulted in finding the princess, who we've been wanting to find for a while. So
I am happy about that. I am very happy you have found the princess. That has been my sole goal this entire time. I'm just confused because I heard the conversation between Queen and Kate. Y'all disappear. You all disappear.
And why is
And-
Kate gone now? I want to talk to Kate.
That's a good
personally.
question.
Where is she? Okay, send a message and have her come to us.
You know,
Why can't
Rand-
she say them now? What's with all the cloak and dagger? Why can't she just be here right now with us?
Rand was convinced that Kate had betrayed us. That's why he's so aggravated. I tried to talk him down.
You tell her to come to us. But either way, speaking of the princess, Aiden, how well do you know your sister?
Not well at all. We did not grow up together. I just know that she is a young girl and potentially the heir to the throne.
Cameron, is there any way that I can share
wait,
what
your
I saw?
sister, Aiden?
I would say you could suggest to Aiden to touch her as well,
Okay.
or you
Um,
could say, hey, I want to sidebar with Aiden, and
I would rather Aiden see it for himself. If you would like to do that,
All
then
right,
I
I'll
will
go and
assist.
touch her.
okay.
Also,
Alright,
what
good.
do you mean by Aiden's sister?
Yikes.
All right, let's go into the Devil's Reward, and we'll go from there.
Sorry, I keep causing this to happen.
Well, it might.
Yes.
Hmm. Why, of course. Forgive me, I just experienced a brief shock. Where are my manners? So then Octavius will motion to kind of, you yeah. Wait. I would say And then Octavius says, but for you, I can only do so much. That's not what I meant. We're at a tipping point with them. Rand. But we need him. Octavius nods. This is gonna be crazy. Cool.
My surprise was earlier. Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that, but well, okay. What gave it away and made it less surprising was Kate talking about how she learned from Ileana, and I like immediately messaged Cameron. I was like, "That's the same person who saved me before, isn't it?" And he's like, yeah. So that kind of took away the surprise when the reveal happened. But if it wasn't for that, I would have been shocked. Yeah. It was a couple minutes. We had the whole conversation. Yeah, because we had a bit more conversation with the princess before. It was, and I hate I failed my diplomacy check because there was a lot more I wanted to say, but I knew it would be butchered.
Hello.
I will. After that, I will look at you solemnly, Aiden, and I'll say,
Aiden
sorry.
will step back, startled from the touch, and start to cry a little bit. Tears will come down his face, and he will sit there quietly. Okay. I am not sure if she helped. I am not sure of anything right now. We need to go to the most secure location we can find. Is that
Probably the most secure place that I can think of would be Grizzix.
place we were before?
Yep, that probably would be one of the best places to go would be to it would be to go to Grizzix. So
Okay. In the meantime,
the
is
grinning
there-
goblin.
I want to go in the most secure way possible. If I need to make stealth checks or disguise checks or whatever else, I don't know how this is going to go down, but I should know how to do it if it's possible. Of all people, I would know how to do it if it's possible.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and make a group stealth check.
Ooh.
All right. Well, can I do it and then they assist me, or how does it work? Does everybody
I think
just roll
that's
it?
fair with you leading the. Why don't you go ahead and do a survival check and then a stealth check?
Oh, should I make it the survival check?
You're going to be leading the group.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
It is a class skill for me, but it's no, it's not. Okay.
Shitty shouldn't be too hard though.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Forced encounter.
A great red dragon for some reason just comes in to the.
It's still
Followed by-
31.
Someone of his caliber should not at least be like banging pots and pans on a nat one.
I can't believe I rolled a nat 1. Okay, well, whatever happens, happens. Let's go.
Okay. I honestly was not prepared for your failure. I'm kind of at a loss. So I think part of it is less your ability to be stealthy and more your concern about the.
I am very sad
princess.
right now.
And as you're moving through the town, you're not thinking about where you're going. You're thinking about what you're going to be doing next, and you kind of find yourself twisted around the town. And eventually, it's one of your companions that kind of grabs your arm and is like, "Are we going the right way?" And you kind of shake out of it, and you feel more shaken than anything else. The other thing that kind of sinks deep into your gut as you've been going about doing this, the city is quiet. It's midday. And it's silent. And as you kind of crest a hill toward the Grinning Goblin, you are able to see into some of the districts, primarily into some of the lower districts. You see closer to where the Church of the Suffering of the Soul is. And what seems to be this deep, almost heavy black void seems to have collapsed all the light in the area. And you feel this kind of foreboding sinking into you as you knock on the door to the Grinning Goblin.
Okay.
So, you go inside, find yourself into a secure place. The smiling, torn up face of Grizzix greets you as he prepares you all a round of drinks and then promptly disappears, locking the door behind him.
I'm going to stumble holding my wounds because I am very woundy, and the second wind I got from waking up is probably wearing off by now. Plus the terrible news, or I shouldn't say that. I'm not feeling great. I'm going straight to bed, but before I do, I'm going to say, take the princess to a secure room. Do not let anyone come in, and do not let her out. Don't act like she's a prisoner. Do not give her any reason to think that she is a prisoner. But do your best to keep her here. And I will stumble to the most available bed.
Rand.
Okay.
Rand will speak up and say, "We probably won't have to worry about her waking for the next little while." I looked at her and, well, I'm not sure what it is right now, but trust me, she'll be asleep for a good while.
Well, if she wakes up before I do, I think
doubt
you
that.
know. I think you understand the situation.
I do. Rand would take his shirt off and show you how like screwed up his rib cage is, because he was nearly beaten and bruised. Yes, please.
Okay. Sounds good.
Am I
You're
there?
doing this, as I see you doing this as I'm walking to my room.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. I was going to tell you to
But
hit me next.
am I
guessing-
there?
Oh, I'm guessing Dominique is staying to watch the princess, or I'm not sure if someone requested that or not. I didn't hear it, but
Well, I just said in
I guess I
general,
will.
don't let anyone in there with her.
As I walk by Dominique, and say, "Hey, I'm sorry. Things were just tense, you know."
It's all right. It's an intense night. I will keep an eye to make sure no one disturbs the princess for now. At some point, I'd like someone to relieve me to rest, but I think everyone else needs it more than I do right now. Especially you.
Thanks for your help. And he'll tap her on the shoulder and then follow Kate. What do you know about the princess? You any good with leaving? That's right. Yes, that nightmares are tormenting her, and that she'll be dead soon if we don't help. I saw her life. That's right. Yes, I saw it clear as day. Absolutely. Rand's gonna turn around and look at Kate. What's for the best? Where did the queen go? Out of threat, she'll be back. She lives only for revenge against us. So why don't I get rid of that then? Not the way it looked to me. Yes, well, if we're not going to kill her, let me help her. How can you say that? Nothing is impossible when it comes to weaving. I think the queen, most of all, demonstrated that to us. No, there isn't. And I will never believe that. I'm limited, maybe, currently. So we just sit here and wait and hope that she wins this fight. And we take that gamble. And what if she doesn't? Thanks. I'm always ready.
All
He'll
right.
throw up his hand in acknowledgement and then look away.
I think this is probably where we'll want to wrap it up for the evening. And then we can, I think, the way things are going next week. Now next week's the 23rd. Do we still want to hold a game, or do we want to postpone it to the week after?
Best
I don't have any
Christmas
issue with
gift
it.
for me would be to have it on the 23rd.
Cool, awesome. I think that next week probably is going to be the conclusion based on how things went tonight. So,
Okay.
And I would like
I'll
to
have
start my
figure out if
campaign.
that works, but it may.
say again, Jake.
I'll have to figure out if that works for me. I would like for it to work, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have to figure out too because I still haven't quite figured out what I'm doing over Christmas break and when. So I'm kind of.
You should come to my house.
Let's go
that an
to
invite?
your house.
I'd like to
Um,
start my campaign as soon as Cameron's ends, by the way. So if you guys need anything, just let me know so that we can all be ready when that
Oh
time comes.
yeah.
Cool. And I'll be able to focus more on my character once I don't have to do like game prep every week. So,
Yeah, 100%.
all right, perfect. I also think it's mildly amusing that the only person who doesn't know fully what's going on is is Octavius. I
Yeah.
love how on brand that is.
Well, he hasn't asked any questions. He's just kind of been like going along with everyone.
For once.
I
How
just,
did Dominique find out? Oh, because she went with Kate originally.
Yes. Yes.
I guess
I mean,
Iona doesn't know either.
technically, Dominique doesn't know everything. She just knows enough to put a lot together. But I'm sure there are things others know that she doesn't.
Yeah, and there's also other things that like Aiden and Rand know that the others don't, and that's part of the fun of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
The fun of it. Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. All right.
What a
well,
night.
Yep. Everybody have a good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you.
It's late. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry
Good night.
almost